Shalom, family. We're just checking in again for a little bit with another edition of Spiritual Food for Thought. In this hour, I hope you're well in your walk and you're okay, even though it may be a struggle at times, but the Most High promised that He would supply us with everything we need from within to endure whatever temptation that we go through, because He won't let more come upon us than we can handle. So that's a little bit of the love that the Most High has for His children, His people. And I never thought, family, that I would actually get to witness everything that's happening today. There's still a lot of people in this world don't believe, even though you tell them, even though the information's out there, you tell them what's going on and how bad things have gotten, and the reality that we exist in a satanic world. This is not the Most High's creation. This is Hasatan's creation, because he was given a kingdom of rule, right? So the reality is we're in the midst of that and coming to the end of it, because, the Most High is ready to manifest His kingdom and fulfill His promises and the word that He said of the things that was going to happen. Like we see this, as I said, this is a satanic world. And the Most High allowed us to go through this experience because He wanted to prove the Ruach that He invested in His children, okay, and His people. And so the bottom line is understanding now, family, that nothing really exists unless it's a process that takes place to bring that thing forth in order for it to actually exist. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, all the things that we've gone through and that we've seen happen, and all the things that continue to go on to show us the reality of how dark this world is. It's the Most High is exposing and bringing to light all things that have been hidden, including His true doctrine, which is basically the oneness of His love that He has for His creation. And notice I say His creation, because the bottom line is the creation of this world came possible with a mindset that was separated from the mindset of the Most High power. So this is Hasatan's world. He was given this kingdom for a short time, and for a time just where the Father chose to prove the investment of His Ruach that He's made within His children. So anyway, I just wanted to talk just a little bit, and let me say this right quick. I'm not no teacher. I'm not trying to teach you nothing. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. As I said, hey, people can only receive the truth of the Most High power as they've been drawn to the Spirit. And through the Spirit, they can interpret the things that what's being said or what you're seeing with your eyes. So the bottom line is the Ruach, or the Holy Spirit, is your teacher. That's one of the things that's coming forth now, is that the Father is pointing out the reality, family, that we don't need another person between us and our relationship with Him. The Father desires to have a relationship with all His children, where He gets to communicate with His children Himself. Okay, so we got to get out of this mindset. As I said, Yeshua came into this world to conquer death, and then to bring an end to the priesthood of men, to bring that whole Levitical thing to nothing. Because as long as there's other men between us and the Most High, we never get it really right. And so anyway, I just wanted to come on and share this thought until it's like, let me see, I lost it on my page. I think I lost it. Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me, family, for that. But the question is, what part are we playing on this journey to the kingdom of the Most High power? See, we got to understand that this existence, family, really where we are right now, we are in the realm of his permissive will. Okay? It's the things that he has to allow the process of good and evil to play itself out to bring forth what he desires. Because as he tries his creation, you know what I'm saying? It's got to go through hardships and pain and all of these things. You know, so the bottom line is to think we just going to continue to be comfortable in this world, and then we just going to slide into the kingdom when we ain't went through nothing, or we haven't had a relationship with the Most High Power because we've been caught up in a spirit of man worship to cause us to trust men with the teachings of everything of the Most High Power. And so the reality, family, is that Yeshua made it possible for us to have the relationship that he has with the Father as well, as we are birthed and born of his spirit. Remember, he said that it's better that I go away, because if I don't go away, the Comforter won't come. And as long as he was walking in physical form in this world, the best he could be is with somebody. But as you receive his spirit, now he's in us. And because he's in us, family, it's changing and conforming our minds and our thinking into the understanding of the Father. Because that's the real deal. If we don't understand the Father's will for our life, we can't walk in his will. And we never accept the things that he's teaching us. Because the bottom line is, it's like I said, see, the creature is subject to the will of its creator. And there's one Elohim, just only one, the Most High Power. And the bottom line is that those that are born in his spirit can hear what he's saying to them. And they can receive what he's saying to them, because we have no doubt that this is our creator, okay? The one that made us with a purpose and reason. And the world has done an excellent job of distracting us, family, so we really don't seek these things out. Because the world keep bringing things up to you to make you think that that's important, you know. And the bottom line is, hey, this world is passing away. It was just a proving ground for the Most High to show who his people are, and ultimately bring the other nations as well. The remnant that he takes out of Israel, the remnant that he takes out of the other nations, because that's where things is going. So the bottom line is, family, as we've heard all the different things that's going on, all we can do is trust in the Most High, because he's the only one that can preserve us and deliver us from the things that's happening and the things that's coming as they continue to turn the heat up. You know, the bottom line is, hey, you know, in any of us, it's not natural to be ruled and controlled by other people. That's why we loathe it so much, because the Most High didn't mean for us to be a slave to no other man. He meant for us to be a servant to him. And this is what he's bringing us to, as we begin to understand truly through his spirit what he desires of us. And, you know, the thing is, I've been saying, you know, the only thing the Most High desired us to be is ourselves. But we can't find ourselves as long as other people are allowed to, or we allow other people to shape our opinions and give us their thinking, and we start thinking like them. When in reality, that's why the Ruach's here, because the Most High is desiring to do it to himself by speaking to his people by his spirit. Okay, so in other words, as this is the way that he made things, he designed us to work, family. We can only submit to it as we understand it. You know, one of the things he says is, in all you're getting, get understanding. So we need to understand ourselves through the spirit of our Creator's mind, so that we can be what he desires to be, as one of those that's been chosen to be of his kingdom. Okay, so the thing is, like I said, we got to understand that really this existence here, this is one big play. It's the play of the Most High's creation. As I said, we're in the process of being creation. Creation never was finished. You know what I'm saying? It's too many things because of the flesh and the teachings of men and stuff. We think certain things are coming when it's already been. We think of things that, you know, just we're not in sync with our Creator's mind and His thinking. And so we've been, convinced by the teachers of men that we believe fairy tales, we believe in things that don't make sense, and all of that. Well, that's one of the reasons why the Most High said, "In all you'll get and get understanding," because the Most High never designed us to believe things we don't truly understand. That's where doubt comes in. So in that case, doubt's not a bad thing, because if the thing that you're trying to be persuaded to believe in, if it don't line up with His will, then we shouldn't be desiring it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So as the Most High is the Creator, we are the players in His play of creation. And the thing is, to the child of the Most High Power, our number one desire is to understand what He thinks of us. Who does He say we are? You know what I'm saying? It's a spot that nobody can take your spot. You can't take nobody else's spot, because He's chosen a path for those who are His. And the bottom line is, nobody can walk that path but you. You know what I'm saying? Because He made you with a purpose. He made you unique in yourself, and with the idea and the design of your life glorifying and esteeming Him as the Most High Power. Because, as I said, we are the creatures. The Most High Power is the Creator. And we have to come face to face with a lot of things, family, because we've been lied to about just about everything. And so therefore we got a carnal understanding of things. But the carnal man receive not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, because also he's not under the laws of the Most High Power. Excuse me. So the thing, I'm just basically saying, we're all playing parts, family. And it was a song a long time ago that it was talking about, the whole world is a stage and everybody's playing a part. And it's true, family. As we are in the process of being created, what we saw in the beginning was a snapshot of what's to come. It's when all things is one in harmony and all these things and walking together under the spirit of love and understanding. But the reality is what we saw, because in reality, every man is Adam and every woman is Eve. It is what it is, because we got their natures in us, and that's why how we are what we are today. Sorry, the bottom line is they gave birth to us. You know what I'm saying? And so we're under the same spirit. This is why we have to be redeemed from this fallen nature that we've been made subject to. And that's why Yeshua came, to show us the way, to show us how we're supposed to have our relationship with the Father, to show us the relation that we can have with the Father as we continue to cry out and ask to be filled with His Spirit and continue to get a greater portion of His Spirit. So because it's His Spirit that causes us to see and understand His mind. And as created beings, family, once we see that and understand that, we automatically change and repent, because now it makes sense to us. So the bottom line is, when it comes to the point that the soul comes into agreement with the will of the Father, right? Well, that's what's wrong with us. See, we've been run by our souls instead of the knowledge and understanding of our Creator. And so this is what He has to deliver us from, this Antichrist spirit, or this mark of the beast spirit that causes us to be our own Elohim. And as I said, we on the surface of we on the surface of say, it's like you're worshiping or lifting up that person that you admire. Okay, but in reality, the only reason you lift that person up is because it's something about them to make you feel better about yourself. And so then you want to be like this person, or you want to be like that person, and all of this. And in the eyes of the Most High Power, that's man worship. And that's the root of what we are, because we put ourselves before, our understanding of self before the Most High Power who created us. So that we have to be delivered from that spirit, because that's pride, family, and that's bottom line all it is, a spirit of pride. And Most High resists the proud, but he gives understanding and grace to the humble, because we were created to serve him. And we was created to serve him by, as the talents and gifts and understanding he's given us, we're supposed to help and assist creation around us. You know what I'm saying? As I said, this is why we need to conquer self and understand ourselves, because that's what's going to give us the understanding we need to know how, you know, and even how or why, how we serve the Most High Power. And it starts with us being ourselves in him and being real. You know, just be honest with yourself as you begin to have dialogue with your creator. You know, because the things he's going to show you about yourself is going to, as he teaches you, that's what's going to empower you to to overcome that thing, whatever it is. You know, because all of us have strongholds in our lives. And the Most High, as we continue to seek him out, he begins to show us these things. And as we're able to understand his viewpoint in these things, family, it's when we're able to overcome and stop the behavior that's, that's against the Most High Power. So, as I said, you know, these are things that come to your mind when you begin to question your existence. And like I said, questioning your existence is one of the first steps of obtaining the kingdom, because you're being drawn to get these answers to these questions that you have. You know, you want to understand what's going on, because you realize, hey, as a created being, I am created to lift up the Most High Power, you know, the almighty power of the Most High Power. And so we was created to serve him in his righteousness. So in other words, we can't know his righteousness if we got to sync with him. And we have to be brought in sync with the thinking of our creator in season. Because to believe a truth, if it's not the right season, then it's just effective as a lie. It's just as much a lie. You know, so the bottom line is, as I said, family, begin to ask that question. You know, what's your will for my life? So speaking to the Most High Power, to help me understand my part in what I'm playing in your story of creation. Because all of us is involved in the story of creation. And then, you know, as we begin to understand that, family, it just changes our whole attitude. It rearranges our desires, all of these things, because we come to that place where we just want to be ourselves in him, because that's all he ever wanted us to be, ourselves. But we can been convinced in this world, no, you're not that, you're this, you're that. They put the limitations on, and it's all based on external things. See, the truth is going to come from within, because this is where the Ruach, or the Spirit of the Most High, is where he indwells. You know what I'm saying? That's why we having this war. And that's why this war is going on up in our minds, because the soul is trying to get control of the mind. But yet the Spirit of the Most High Power is trying to get empowered, you know, to get control of our minds. Because when the Spirit of the Ruach, you know, once he possesses us, we're good. Because as I said, hey, as a created being, understanding our place with the Creator, we're able to submit to his will. And if that means stop this, or then it becomes, when he say don't do this, we don't do this, and we do it, because now we're one mind with our Creator. So we don't have that opposite nature of Hasatan that he brings to us to disobey the Most High. So we have to be delivered, family. It's the only way it's going to happen is as we cry out for and seek to receive a greater portion of his Ruach every day and throughout the day, especially in these times here now, because they're really getting ready to start breaking some stuff out now. And, you know, without being baptized in the Ruach, you're not going to make it. We're not going to make it without his Spirit and being filled with it. Not just a little piece and stuff, but the real feeling that causes us to see things through his eyes, that empowers us to walk in the way he desires us to walk as he's bringing us forth in the kingdom. So I think pretty much that's all I got on this one. Like I said, family, come to know your place within the Most High's vision of the creation, in the process of his creation, as we go through this being purged and sifted and, suffering the things that we suffer, because, as we were chosen of him, we gonna love the Most High no matter what, unto death. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Because, just speaking on my own self, I can't see living without it. I can't see nothing without it. And this is the way. We as the children should all have that same mindset, that we understand that we don't belong here. This has just been a proving ground for the Father to test and try his spirit that he placed in us, because he had to. Because, it's not that he didn't know, but this is the process. So he's not, what's the word I want to say? He's not interfering with the creation process that he set up. Because the bottom line is, he's going to play out how he wants. And the thing we have to ask ourselves is, are we going to be a participant in the kingdom of the Most High, where the foundational law of nature is the oneness of his love toward all his creation? Okay? And that's when we get to flow in harmony and oneness and be giving life and all these things to each other. Because then we all are part of the body of our Creator. You know what I'm saying? Even our fellow creatures that he created in this world, and to make us one with the earth that he brought us forth from. So anyway, family, I'll just say till next time, I pray that the power of the Most High rest, rule, and abide in your life as long as you continue to seek him out for yourself. So with that said, family, I'll just say shalom.